Disclaimer: I interviewed Max to get the listing of his project in Encino, which he eventually sold to Logan Paul, and I did not get the listing. My name is Arvin Haddad. I'm the How to Buy a Mansion guy. I've critiqued mansions. I sell mansions in Southern California. Let's get the show started.
Hey everyone, welcome to Beverly Hills.
Let's stop it right there. This property is not in Beverly Hills, and that's misleading for someone moving from out of town. This is Beverly Hills Post Office. It's actually City of Los Angeles, but because it shares the 90210 zip code, some people call it Beverly Hills, but it's really not Beverly Hills. You should watch out for that.
Today we're checking out this gorgeous contemporary barn house designed and built by Nobel LA. Nestled in a canyon, surrounded by beautiful trees and landscape, this home is a wonderful blend of organic materials, sleek contemporary lines, furnished and decorated by stunning art pieces. Everyone knows that we go out of our way to showcase some of the best properties in the world, but this week we got lucky as one of those homes happens to be in our backyard here in Beverly Hills.
It's not in Beverly Hills. If it was in Beverly Hills, we get the fire department of Beverly Hills, we get the police force of Beverly Hills, which come to your house within 3 minutes. In LA, if you call the police, you're lucky if they show up in 2 hours. Very, very different. And also, you don't have the mansion tax in Beverly Hills, but in LA you do. So big, big difference.
All right, everyone, let's start our tour with the exterior. I'm currently on top of the staircase. Right in front of me is the front door that we're gonna check out in a bit. But first, I wanna turn back and look at this stunning estate.
First thing you notice is the swimming pool is in the front yard, right? Now we're gonna talk about the lot topography, but it's a big issue here because it gives you a really long driveway. But notice that the driveway does not come to the front door, and you have to take a lot of stairs to get up there. That's a negative.
Right in front of us, we have the pool area. Looks incredible. You have your long driveway bringing you up to the...
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Beautiful approach, very good, and it's a lot of setback from the Benedict, which is very busy, and it's, you know, pretty far actually from, you know, the center of Beverly Hills. But, you know, the stairway is a little bit too much for me.
The motor court, which is down below us, and the house itself is a beautiful contemporary barn house with this vertically installed reclaimed siding. You have your steel case doors and windows, steep roof lines.
I think it's really important for you to actually see what this property used to look like, because it was owned by Gene Simmons, the lead singer from Kiss. So let's take a look at what the property looked like previously, before Max Nobel bought it and renovated it. As you can see, very traditional. It had the same driveway. The most of the structure looks almost identical to what it was. Landscaping is very different, but the overall shape of the structure is very different. Now, there used to be a tennis court that is no longer there. We have the swimming pool there right now, or the garage. And you can see this is the stairway that went up. The scale is pretty much the same, and the layout is pretty much the same, except, you know, they've done a gut renovation. None of these finishes are existing right now. And what's very important actually for you guys to know is Gene Simmons is very good businessman. He actually sold this property at $16 million, which at the time, I didn't value it anywhere close to that number. I was thinking more like $12 million. And you gotta know, for developers, you make your money on your buy, not on your sale. And I personally think Max paid way too much for this property back in the day when prices were not, you know, when the writing was on the wall, let's say. Let's go back to the original video.
3-car garages down below. We got a lot of details to cover today, and we're gonna talk more about the grounds and the exterior later in the tour. Now follow me this way to the front entry. This has to be The tallest front door we have ever seen on our channel. This is insane.
Yeah, this must be at least 25, 30 feet tall. This is wild.
At least. And then if you think this entry and this front door is impressive.
You know, I've already talked about the, pivot doors. If you're a subscriber to the channel, you won't know this. The larger the pivot door, the chances of alignment going off is much, much bigger. Because, as the ground settles, expansion, heat, winter, summer, a lot of times these very, very large pivot doors need adjustments, and it could be very, very annoying.
Come on in and check out this stunning foyer. Double height ceilings, exposed roof rafters. Then we have these steel columns and beams here. Beautiful marble floors. You have steel cased doors and windows.
Wow factor is absolutely there. So you open up, right? In the first 3 seconds, you want to steal the heart of your potential buyer, and this room delivers. Massive ceilings, great volume. You got natural light coming from both sides, and you have, green space on the other side. Even though your main backyard is in the front yard, you still get some grass areas in the back of the property, which really helps. It really, the wood paneling frames the green exterior really, really well. And this room really delivers on the fact that, at the entrance, people are going to be pretty much wowed and, have a positive note going to see the rest of the property. But we can talk about how useful this space actually is, how often you would really use it. That's a different story.
And on my right-hand side, we have this stunning staircase curving beautifully to the second floor landing. And below that is this art piece right here. This is by 𝗂𝗂. It's called Compliance. They have it 3 in black and 3 in pink. And that's it.
I don't care for the art, but what I can tell you is that you already know this is geared towards a bachelor, okay? And there's a lot of problem with that because this is not a view property. It has privacy, which is super, super important for celebrities and, public figures. But as far as, views goes and attracting that bachelor, for, $48 million, I think now it's listed for $39 million. There's a lot of good options where you would get views. And most bachelors, in my experience, really require a view, at the after party, inviting their friends over and they open up. You really seriously get a wow factor then.
Over the last 4 years, we've seen a lot of different homes, assets all around the world. But somehow you always come up with designs that are very distinct to yourself.
Thank you.
Tell us what we're looking at today.
This is my vision of the modern barn house. We're in the main living room right now. 2-story ceilings and very open volume.
All right, before we see the rest of the space, this big room, he called it the main family room. It's not the family room, it's the formal living space. And you will see it's pretty disjointed from the rest of the house. The only time I can foresee you ever using this space if you move in is having parties, right? Which again, you're pretty far away from the swimming pool because it's all the way down there, and you're pretty far from the rest of the greenery. You will see the kind of the real backyard, which is kind of skewed to the other side of the property. So it's just a massive, massive reception area. And again, maybe you will use it when you're waiting for people to get ready and leave the house. Again, as grand and beautiful he made the space, I just don't think it's going to get used that much at all.
And then we have this opening taking us to the formal dining room. I really like the way they laid out this room. Right in the center, we have a hinged dining table, 8 chairs from Minotti, hinged chandelier above. This section looks gorgeous. Then on the right-hand side, you can see this wall with oak paneling running all the way to the ceiling. Then
look, you could love or hate this design, but what you got to give credit to is how well the color palette is curated with the furniture and the art, okay? It doesn't have to be your taste. You could still really appreciate what he's done over here. Just the colors are absolutely in tone with each other. There is he's going really dark ceilings and dark, oak wood paneling, but he introduces metal, which works beautifully with this piece. And then he goes on the lighter floors to kind of offset the dark on top. And then the furniture is absolutely in tune with his design. He's nailed the palette, and it's very, very cohesive together. Beautiful, very well done.
On this side, we have steel case French doors opening up to the front of the home and to the pool area. And lastly, on this side, we have this beautiful glass display, remedal doors with cloth in the glass to create some texture. And inside of these drawers, you actually have this light box design to just elevate the mood in this room. And Mikey, let's turn it off. When you turn off the light box, it turns into a mirror.
Very cool.
How cool is that? So elegant, so sleek. Look at the floors, Mikey. They have the AC diffusers nicely recessed in. They actually make these outlet covers out of marble slabs and they just create the openings. Looks beautiful, and this way your ceilings can stay very minimalist as well. And
now, one thing you got to notice is that, as you saw in the overview, bird eye view of the property, it's a very long house, right? So you kind of have to go room to room to room to get to where you want to go, and that's also a negative of the property.
Going through this opening, we have the kitchen on our left-hand side, family room on our right-hand side, and it's another beautiful space in this property. Now, before we continue our tour, I want to talk about the specs of this home. So we have 6 bedrooms, 11 bathrooms, 16,390 square feet of interior space, over 2 acres of land, and on the market for $48 million. When I look at your homes, I see a lot of custom pieces. And when I say custom, they're literally fabricated specifically for this house. Half of your kitchen is fully designed by you, not just cabinet selection. Those islands are literally fabricated by your team. How do you go about fabricating these pieces, and is it a lot of trouble to design these elements?
We have a full team of 40 people designing, technical drawings, architects, and everybody's passionate about creating something unique. That's why we all come into the design to create something new. So we go room by room and we understand first.
This is very different than most developers in LA. There are only a very few who are doing it, and I don't think any of them are doing it to the level Max is really pulling this off. He has a whole fabrication, machining, tooling lab, I believe in Ukraine or Russia. Actually, those are two very different. It's like saying it's either in Gaza City or Tel Aviv. I think it's in Ukraine. But he's been able to create these custom pieces overseas at a very, very high quality, at a much lower cost than United States, and still be able to make profit through that venue and really differentiate his style than other people. Now, I'm going to talk extensively about if his style is a style that would, pass the test of time, because there's been couple resales of his properties that have been absolutely disastrous, right? Because it's, buying a house has a resale value. Like, when you go buy a car, you buy a Toyota, you say it has a really good resale value. It doesn't depreciate as much, right? And real estate is supposed to appreciate. But Max Nobel has had properties that have changed hands since he's sold them to the first owner, and they've just really, really done extremely bad. Now, I'm going to explain why this is happening with his properties later in the video.
Let's continue our tour with the kitchen. Beautiful space. We have
double island with a breakfast nook. Again, very dark features, very masculine features, geared towards the bachelor, but a lot of great space. In fact, this whole kitchen and family room is by far my favorite part of the house. You get natural light coming from about 3 sides, and then it opens up to your, smaller backyard, which is still a decent size.
And the way these islands are designed is very unique. The first one up front is all wrapped with brass, with these grid details. Looks so contemporary. Marble countertops. You have your fabricated sink, incorporated drying rack here. Looks beautiful. We have a dishwasher here, and within the drying rack, we also have this incorporated cutting board.
I love that. It is a solid slab of marble, and it moves back and forth so quietly and easily.
Beautiful marble, it has enough details, but again, the veins are pretty narrow, pretty slim. Again, I like the color palette used. Again, he really nails the vibe, the cohesiveness of it. It's a beautiful piece of marble matched with brass details around it. Well done.
On the other side, we have the second island. Looks beautiful. I love this piece here. Then you have your incorporated sink, and wrapping around all the cabinetry that's on the walls are polyform. You have your Gaggenau built-in appliances here, and we have the fridge on this side, nicely decorated. You have your pop-up vent. This also contrasts very nicely with the countertops too. And then you come over here, we have a built-in floating or cantilevered dining area. Now I said cantilevered because if you look below, you will realize that there are no columns. This section here sits on a steel beam that runs underneath this dining area into the cabinet.
Look at this space. It's a beautifully put together space. You would spend 95% of your time if you buy this house in this area. This is going to be your area. The rest of the house, you know, the big dining area you rarely use, and also the the great room, you will almost never be there.
Follow me this way. Chef's kitchen. Pretty nice. It's all stainless steel, commercial grade. You have your gas.
Well done. I like the fact that it's closed off so the smells and everything doesn't come, and you know, your front kitchen or the show kitchen can stay clean. Well done.
Now, this is the informal dining area. We have a circular table in the center, seating for 6. Gorgeous light fixtures above. It looks like a Hermes belt wrapping that, I'm assuming, alabaster light fixture. And it looks beautiful. And then you have all these steel cased French doors opening up to your grounds, to your side yard. Really nice. All right, that's it for the kitchen and the dining area. Now let's take everybody to the other side so we can check out this family room, which is one of my favorite areas.
Pay attention to all the floor to ceiling windows, really, and doors, really important, because you're deep in Benedict Canyon, and it's a pretty steep canyon where the mountains are blocking the sun during the morning and afternoon hours. So to have these large windows on double side, it really helps the natural light to come and compensate for the amount of lack of natural light that you would get if you didn't do this approach.
We got to talk about this massive L-shaped Minotti couch. Look at the shelf here, it's all leather wrapped. The materials they used to fabricate this piece, it's very minimalist. Then you come over here, we have 2 gorgeous leather chairs, floor lamps, French doors opening up to the grounds, great natural light coming in, oak panels on the walls, and then your eyes are drawn to this section here, which looks fantastic.
So this color matched, library is super in. Frederick Eklund from $1 Million Listing I have a video on that property. You can subscribe, watch that one later. This is really well done. I'm so over these dolls, whatever furniture, but again, I could see a bachelor being attracted to this design.
Fireplace right in the center. Look how they fabricated the marble and incorporated all these grids. And I have to show this detail. That's your future TV connection.
I noticed this yesterday. I really liked that Max did not want to put a TV here for showing the home, but at the same time he cares so much he doesn't want anyone actually ruining the marble and putting their own holes in it. So
precisely.
Exactly. He wanted to give people an option to put a TV here.
Exactly. And look at all the built-ins. Look how all these different materials come together to create these sections. You have brass dividers, wooden shelves, LED lighting, stone on the back, and it's filled with art pieces, bare bricks, accessories. It's a really unique, almost an aggressive take on a contemporary design. But the way Mac...
Pay attention to the scale of this room. It's not the formal living area. You still have very high ceilings, which is amazing. It's very well, it's a beautiful space.
This is your family room. And to me, what I really like about it is the fact that you can just open up these French doors that are custom to this house with these custom leather handles, and you just walk to your grounds. Pretty amazing. Now, let's go back to the hallway again. I want to quickly take everybody to the dining area because we're actually not done here. So far, we have seen all the common areas that are on this side of the home, and for these spaces, you gotta have a bathroom, and they actually have one right behind this concealed pivot door. It actually opens up to this space first, where we have this fabricated sink. And I'm really gonna take my time to talk about this piece here. These are all marble slabs.
This is absolutely beautiful. I don't know how practical it is to clean it and everything, but Max is really pushing the envelope on creating these custom, vanities and walls and details, not so much architecturally. Like, I don't think he's ever done anything significant in the architectural aspects of design. He hasn't pushed the envelope far there, but as far as the details, the finishes, he certainly is the leader. I would say he's constantly innovating, and a lot of them land really well. This is a beautiful piece to look at.
Right in the center, we have a hidden drain, and these marble slabs are all different sizes. They have chiseled edges, and Max and his team create these technical drawings for these vanities. Then overseas, these pieces get fabricated, and then they ship it over here. It gets all put together, and that's how you accomplish this custom vanity piece. It's so cool. Look at the faucet here. Then we have a massive window on the back, modern light fixture above, mirror on the side, all of it coming together. What an amazing moment in this home. And yeah, this is the first vanity, by the way. You go to the other side. This is where we have the actual powder bathroom. They have another vanity here. This one is also fabricated, and these reeded details actually run all the way to the walls. You have your sink, 𝗕𝗓𝗄 fixtures, wall-mounted toilet. Look how nice this powder bathroom is. Beautiful, just beautiful. All right, let's go back to the hallway again. Now, I want to bring everybody back to the entry and the formal living room. We briefly covered some of the details here. I want to take a moment to talk about this staircase design, which is a very important element of this entry. It's mostly made out of brass, and how they fabricated the brass around this curve with different sizes and dimensions. Then we have recessed in floor lights to highlight the texture here. And because we have great ceiling heights and this darker plaster backdrop, all of it coming together makes this staircase so dramatic, and all the way to details. Even the handrail is wrapped with leather.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. Just going up to the second floor is an experience. Look at this.
It's incredible.
It's incredible. Now, let's go to the other side so we can check out this formal living room. Look at this glass door assembly here. It's actually two French doors opening up the front-facing balcony where you can look down to your grounds and your motor court. Great natural light coming in. Two Minotti couches, coffee tables, accessories, details. Volume here is just incredible, and just like the rest of the home, a lot of different art pieces. These are all 𝗏s, by the way. It's so impressive, and the light fixtures above us, and how this second floor bridge curves so beautifully, and all these different components and angles and architectural lines coming together is what makes this home so unique, what makes this space so unique.
It's sad that you would rarely ever use this space, and I want to say it's at least 3,000 square feet. You really got to take that off the square footage of the house, because it's not the amount of square footage you have, it's how much are you going to use that square footage, right? This is a beautiful showpiece room that you would rarely ever use.
These marble floors are silver roots, and before we wrap up, let's check out this intimate seating area with a fireplace, built-ins on each side.
Beautiful. Again, I don't see you hanging out here.
And talking about different materials coming together, we have a light box design on the back, brass dividers, stone shelves, and you have marble here with more brass details, and all of these different components coming together, even though they're from different brands, and creating this seamless and very cohesive design is not an easy thing to do. Let's take everybody back to the hallway. Another detail I want to point out. So far we passed through two different points. This is the third one. Even these hallway openings.
All right, this is my favorite piece of art, that I've seen. I think that's the last king of Russia, and the battery's low. It's pretty cool.
Two details on this side. Number one, let's get a close up. This brand is called Meljack. These are these custom light switches. Sound incredible. It's like out of a plane.
They're very satisfying.
Super satisfying. Another concealed door that matches the wall paneling, and going in, we have the second powder bathroom here. Fabricated vanity. You can actually see the fluted details here.
Brilliant. Again, I don't know how they do these walls. Again, he's innovating. I have utmost respect for Max. When I met him too, he was such a gentleman, very calm demeanor. But he really, tries many different things, and he lands it on the interior spaces, on the finishes. he doesn't make that many mistakes. Now, does it have good resale value? You're gonna find out by the end of the video.
Even the drain cover has Nobel branding on it. Copper fixtures, circular mirrored LED lighting, another light fixture here. And to bring more flair to this powder bathroom, we have this three-dimensional wall made out of walnut that looks so cool.
Yeah, I really like this. It almost looks like the surface of water, just in the waves. And we'll see something like this in the primary bedroom a little bit later.
Correct. We'll see that in a second. Now, let's go back to the hallway. On our right-hand side, we have the secondary staircase landing going down to the lower level, as well as the second floor. A beautiful piece from Huckins. This is a lot of fun.
So good. I love this piece. Pretty clever and interesting art.
Now, I'm looking for a door handle. This is the only guest suite that we have on this level. Now, I'm really gonna take my time to talk about why this room is designed the way it is. When you own a property like this, the caliber of guests that you're gonna have here is gonna be quite high. So you wanna make sure when you accommodate them, you can give them a space that not only they can stay, but they feel comfortable, that they can work in.
Well, that's true. Again, you don't want to make your guest houses and guest rooms so good that they would never leave, but it also functions as another element. If an elder person, which I highly don't think this property attract an elder person, but the fact that it's level with the rest of the living spaces, it could be a junior primary suite, which they could use instead of the primary upstairs, right? Again, it doesn't really apply to this house because no way in hell I see a 60, 70-year-old person buying this house. But overall, having a very cool, badass junior master on the ground level is never a bad idea.
We have a seating area here. TVs behind Mikey. 2 separate walk-in closets that are very spacious. Then you come over to this side, dedicated office area with a massive desk, another TV on this side, some open shelving, beautiful accessories, and then you walk this way, then you come to your king-size bed. Oak panels on the back, mood lighting, your automatic shades and blackouts. You have French doors here opening up to a front-facing balcony. This window here faces the motor court. That way, when you come to this property and when you stay in this guest suite, you have your whole experience covered. You can entertain, work, sleep, open up your door, go to the grounds, and not only be part of this estate, but you still have your zone. And to me, this looks like a penthouse suite at a Mandarin hotel in UK.
Yeah.
Somewhere very special. You're in Hong Kong, and
In Hong Kong or UK, even the presidential suites are not this big. This is massive.
your hotel suite is not just a bedroom and a bathroom. It has everything, and look at the volume here. I mean, a couple can easily stay here and be comfortable and have their clothes, be able to sit down, watch TV. Look at this curved glass here that faces the backyard. So you kind of interact with the grounds, and then you come over here, it's your full bathroom. Off of the entry, we have the water closet. Door opens up to the backyard. This is your vanity. Marble slabs have these reader details that run all the way to the walls, and then you walk this way to your open walk-in shower. So tasteful. Something about natural stone, how it can transform a space into something so elegant, so timeless, really speaks to me.
Again, another good pick on the marble. It's on the busier side, but again, the color is just right, and these fluted details, just the contrast he creates, very well done. And LED lighting, appropriately designated to areas to give it a little pop. Beautiful.
You have a built-in bench here, all these slabs, rain head above. Then look at this 𝗕cie fixture here. It's like your control knobs for your shower.
We'll see this in the primary bedroom as well, a slightly different take on it, but I think these are really, really cool.
This guest suite has the full experience. You have a seating area, office, bed setup, really nice bathroom, and then you just open up this door and go to the backyard. What's so unique about this property is the fact that we are on over 2 acres. And with its unique topography, you get so many different outdoor sections within this property.
Okay, so let's talk about the property topography, because I think it's important to note he mentioned 2 acres, but very little of that is actually flat. All right, as you can see, you're right in the center of this canyon over here. You got this hill blocking you, and you have a massive frontage, which is kind of a good thing over here because Benedict is quite busy. It's one of the arteries connecting mainland LA to the valley, so the separation is good, less noise. And then again, the swimming pool used to be back here. He's moved it over here. That's also important because if you had it over here, it would always be shade, right? Like either the house is going to block it or the hills behind you. So by putting it over here, it's going to get a lot more sun during the day. But the property is heavily sloped, right? As you can see, this is a sloped driveway going up. Then you have to take extra stairs to get up here. And then your backyard is relatively small over here, a little bit bigger over here. But again, it's not the greatest lot on Benedict Canyon. There are better lots on Benedict Canyon. Overall speaking, I think this house is perfect for a celebrity that really wants that privacy and separation. Also is a little bit older, right? And again, from the masculine design, I don't see it being a female buyer for this property. Most likely a bachelor guy would be more attracted to the finishes that we're talking about over here.
Now we're currently on the back side of the home. You can see the architectural lines and details. Again, vertically installed, reclaimed siding, steel case doors and windows. The guest suite that we just toured is on the left-hand side. House looks very modern and rustic at the same time. That's what I love about it. Now, French doors here open up from the entry and form a living room. Those are the French doors that we have off of the family room. Again, it's all connected to the outdoors. There's a retaining wall on my right-hand side, and you can also see these mature trees, lush landscape. Property is so private. Then we have these steps taking us to the side of the home where we have an outdoor dining area, bar.
This is again a beautifully curated place. I love the olive trees. I love the outdoor dining. The lighting is really cool. Again, it's a smaller backyard for 40 million, if you ask me, or 48 million. Again, your real outdoor space is in the front yard, but this place again very well curated. A good backdrop from the kitchen, good backdrop from the TV area. Well done.
You got to appreciate the olive trees as well. That's what I really like about it. And this dining area is so grand. We have the solid wood table, seating for, I want to say, 15 plus. And we have never seen these kind of outdoor lights before. They literally cantilever over the table. So modern. At night, this looks super cool as well.
Yeah, it's very like dreamy,
Very dreamy. Now you have your outdoor grill there. Outdoor seating area with a fireplace, and look how private it is. I'm just gonna use this way here for a second. Go between these trees. This is your side yard, not even your backyard. And this section, we have French doors opening up from the family room and the kitchen. Another important detail I wanna mention, there's a secondary driveway right there that comes up all the way here. Perfect for caterers, additional parking. For the staff that's gonna maintain this home, they can literally bring their car up here. Now let's wrap around to the front section of this property. Outdoor seating area with a fire pit right in it.
See, when you come on this side, there's a little bit of a, security concern, privacy concern. On the other side, you're totally safe. No one can look into your property. But over here, you start seeing homes looking in. Again, I can't really tell from the angle of the swimming pool. Okay, the fireplace you might not use. You might use a space fireplace on the other side, but you should really look at it if people can see you in the swimming pool or not.
There's a lower outdoor seating area there, and look at the views. Look at the grounds. I'm getting so excited. Look at this grand staircase that brings you to the entry and to this point, and that's your front lawn area with this contemporary pool. Let's go down there. This pool looks very inviting. 60 feet long, 20 feet wide, dark plaster, Baja shelves, and look how amazing this space is. Grass lawn, outdoor seating area on the other side. This space really gives me a Hamptons vibe. Yeah. You have your long pool, your estate is on the back, it's private, it's lush, and all you want to do is just walk around and take it all in
Yeah, it looks really cool, and this starts to give you an idea of the topography of the land a little bit better.
Yeah, we're still within the property.
Yeah, how we have these elevation changes. Right there, we just have the stairs that we were on top of. Around the corner, we have the side yard and barbecue area that we...
See, to me, that's a negative. To have that much separation to your swimming pool, and it's on the front yard. It's, you know, ideally you would have wanted to have a space farther back where you could have had the swimming pool that, you know, opens up to the living spaces, opens up to the, you know, a pool house or family room or bedrooms where you have a much easier access without any stairs.
Having grounds like this is what takes it to another level. You can easily have 200 to 300 people here hanging out for an event, and you can accomplish that with this property. Now, this is the main staircase going up to the entry, and now we're at the motor court. This is the front-facing balcony, 3-car garages below. You can easily park 20 to 30 cars here, just on this space alone. And if this is not enough for you, down below us, we have a 10-car garage that matches the architectural lines of this home. And it also has a spacious driveway. So in total, I want to say you can park 40 to 50 cars on this compound, which is incredible. It's not something that you find on every single property in Beverly Hills.
See, it's really catering itself towards that bachelor buyer who would have, you know, who's also a car collector, right? It's really gearing itself for that niche buyer. And to be fair to Max, he's actually done well selling his properties. It's not the fact that he's failed to find his buyer, because he's sold most of his properties, but it's about resale. Okay, now before I talk about resale, let's look at what this area is doing according to zipsmart.ai. I'm going to click on California, and then let's go to Los Angeles County, and then this zip code is 90210 right here. So we have a strong sell signal, and by August the market is forecasted to stay in the buyer's market and get a little bit worse with 93% confidence level. So zipsmart.ai is an app I created. It's a website. It uses 30 different housing indicators: supply, demand, the interest rates, the unemployment rate, and then uses AI to give you buy and sell signals. It's the only residential real estate AI software out there that can do that for you. But let's look at Beverly Hills right now. 88% more price cuts than same time last year. Now, we still provide these. Again, the signal is right here. This kind of aggregates everything together. But if you want to kind of nerd out, 94% more supply than same time last year. Pending ratio is only 9%, and 2.37 of how many houses are available for sale are on the market. So the market in the high end, because of the interest rates, are not doing that well at all. And you can customize, by the way, your dashboard over here. And here's the mortgage rate predictor. It updates pretty frequently, and it's forecasted for the rates to come lower, by about 1% by end of July. Okay, if you want to check this out, visit zipsmart.ai. So again, the market is not on his side, and maybe that justifies why he actually did a price cut recently to $39 million.
And not only you get the privacy, you get the grounds, you also get the space that you can really use for your cars or for your event. And this is the guest suite that we toured on the main level. You can actually see the balcony from here. Now we're gonna take an interesting route. I wanna open up this French door here so we could go in to the lower level guest suite. What I like about this space is the fact that it has its own exterior access. Guest suite is very spacious, king size bed right in the center, small seating area, closet space, and the color palette and the design palette used in this room is on the lighter side. We have a full bathroom here that carries out the same terrazzo elements all the way into the walk-in shower. This modern pedestal sink with an incorporated top, brush nickel fixtures, and going back out, of course, we have a full walk-in closet here, 𝗏𝗏𝗘𝗏𝗏 cabinetry. Overall, really nice guest suite. And again, I really like these lighter tones. Now coming here, this is the secondary staircase landing, storage closets. This door right here opens up to the laundry room, all stainless steel cabinetry.
So if the laundry room is only in this floor, that's a major issue. You would normally, again, want laundry on the upper bedroom floors. We have to look for that.
And then we have this door opening up to the 3-car garage that we saw earlier. Same terrazzo floors are here. Again, stainless steel built-ins and open shelving. And on the other side, we have the staircase landing for the main staircase. We have a small built-in area here, open shelves above, refrigerator down below, and going this way, we have the screening room. I really like this couch, massive TV on the other side, black plastic throughout, and on the walls, they have this rock wall feature with LED lights to create contrast and give depth to this room. Looks super cool. Then we go over here.
Look at this light well. This is a light well that it's required in the basement spaces, but look how brilliantly he's created a little like reading area so you can watch the movie from here too, and just kind of a little nook. Pretty smart, very smart use of space.
Another pattern wall, that's walnut, floor lights, and we have two built-in seating areas with skylights above. I hope I mentioned it when we were at the backyard, but you can actually see those skylights from there. And some bookshelves. It's just a cozy area for you to just sit down, relax, and enjoy the lower level. With that, we're done here. Now let's go to the second floor so we can check out the bedroom suite. Now, off of this staircase landing, we have 3 guest suites. This staircase here takes you up to a really unique space that we're gonna check out in a bit. But first, I wanna take everybody here so we can see the first guest suite that faces the front. Steel case French doors open up to a private balcony for this room. Then we have a queen size bed here, wall paneling on the back. I really like this light fixture right here. Spacious room, built-in remodel closets. And of course, right here, we have a beautiful full bathroom with a glazed tile walk-in shower and a floating vanity. On the other side, we have 2 guest suites. First one starts here, queen size bed here, oak paneling on the back, great volume with 2 skylights. Then we have French doors here opening up to a back-facing balcony, and this balcony is shared by the bedroom next door as well. And around the corner, we have the full bathroom. Now, I really want to take my time to cover the details here because this is one of the chicest bathrooms we toured over the last few months. I love this pastel pink tile selection that starts on the floor.
Look, again, he definitely dropped the expense on the secondary, third, bathrooms. But again, he nailed the palette right. He has a very good taste for colors, finishes, and he does a very good job putting the, overall aesthetic of a bathroom, a kitchen, or bedroom together. And he didn't have to spend so much money designing this bathroom. Again, well executed, props to him.
I love the color palette here. This is just so chic and retro.
Yeah, I really like this as well. I feel like it is not clashing with the house, but it is different enough to stand out,
Without a doubt, it's definitely different. It picks those pink elements that we saw so far.
Yeah.
Remember the walkway, front lawn area,
Yeah.
main staircase. House has this slight mid-century influence, I almost want to say.
Yeah.
And
It's not mid-century element. It's those are the old steps. It was the same from when Gene Simmons owned it. And again, but he picked it up. It's very smart. By introducing that back over here, working off of it, you kind of run with it, right? Brilliant.
now, this is not it for this guest suite because right above us, we have an amazing loft. This is an extremely unique space. You can use it as an office or a seating area. 2 skylights bring great natural light to this level. And on my right-hand side, we have a small seating area, coffee table, storage closet. This is a fun space. And Mikey, follow me this way. We also have a built-in bookshelf here. Well, this bookshelf also works as a secret door that leads you to the second part of the loft, where we have a small office.
I love secret doors.
How
and
cool
secret
is this?
rooms. This is really cool. I like this.
This is fantastic, and follow me this way. This is the door and the small walkway that takes you back to the landing. So from the loft, you can actually go down to the staircase landing. And again, small office setup, 2 chairs, and down below us, we have the 3rd guest suite.
So this is pretty cool because you could if your bachelor buys this property, they could, set up on the loft area, video games, deck it out, or some sort of maybe foosball table, something else on the upper floor where you don't have to go to a lower floor, because I haven't really seen a game room except all the way in the basement. So to have some features over here where you can hang out is pretty cool.
Just like the bedroom next door, it's very spacious, hardwood floors, queen size bed here, wood paneled back wall. French doors open up to an amazing balcony, beautiful views. And above us is the loft, which looks super cool from this angle. Now, coming to this point, we get this amazing view of the main floor, as well as the second floor walkway that takes you all the way to the primary bedroom suite. This vaulted roof line here, exposed steel beams with LED lighting, wood-clad ceilings, light fixtures, these massive steel-cased doors and windows, bringing so much natural light to the space. And all of these qualities coming together makes this walkway bridge and this moment really special. You get to call this place your home, and it's fantastic. Then you have art pieces creating beautiful contrast around the property against these dark plaster walls.
And we actually get a really good view of the front door from here and how big it is, you know?
It's massive. And then you have your main staircase curving beautifully and bringing you to the second level as well. And right here is the massive pivot door that opens up to your primary bedroom suite. Come on in. Now this walkway takes us to the bedroom, but before we go there, I want to go right here so we can start our tour with the first walk-in closet.
So again, look, pay attention. Most walk-in closets are just closed off. You would be lucky if you get one bedroom, but he's using how long of a house this property is by giving natural light, which is fantastic. You know, when you're getting ready, you're getting natural light. You will see yourself how you will look on the street, which is again very brilliant way of using it. And you know, the finishes again don't disappoint.
𝗕𝗏𝗕 built-in cabinetry with glass doors and sleek handles looks so beautiful. Then we have an island right in the center with a glass top. And within the built-in cabinetry, we also have LED lighting. I mean, this looks like an exquisite boutique. We have great volume here. 2 windows bringing natural light. And you can go to the bedroom side either through this walkway right here, which also has 2 doors opening up to a private balcony, or you can take this side and go to your bedroom. Follow me this way. This space is phenomenal. The volume, king size bed, seating area by the fireplace, black plaster wall, built-ins, steel case French doors opening up to the front balcony. I can easily do a 10-minute walkthrough of this bedroom alone. And I really mean that. When you start looking into details and how this room was curated, it really impresses you.
I know Max is a fantastic designer of homes, but the fact that he curates all the furniture to place in the space as well.
I actually think he's a fantastic curator of furniture and finishes. I don't think he's a fantastic curator of architecture whatsoever. So he really nails it again with the color palette. Introduces a little bit of orange, which matches with the oak wall. It makes it pop against the black background, and beautiful lighting. Again, fantastic space. Again, very bachelor, very masculine.
Now we have this opening leading us to an intimate seating area for the primary bedroom. Beautiful couch. All these windows bringing so much natural light. French doors opening up to a private balcony, and above us.
So, you know, the original design of this house was kind of this Normandy when Gene Simmons lived there. Normandy design has these kind of round elements around it, and you're kind of stuck with the space. And again, he's very cleverly creates a lounge sitting area, gives it utility. He had to do something with it, and he finds a way to make this room special, and he does again.
Modern chandelier, TV on this side, amazing views, more bare bricks, and before we leave, behind Mikey, we have a gorgeous wet bar fabricated out of marble with open shelves. Now, let's take everybody back to the primary bedroom one more time to take it all in. Phenomenal space. We have the primary bathroom on this side, which we're going to check out just in a second. But now I want to open up this French door here so we can check out the balcony. We're part of this beautiful canyon in Beverly Hills. It's lush, it's green, it's relaxing. You can look down to your grounds. Look how amazing that pool looks. We talked about the outdoor seating areas here earlier. It's fantastic.
This is what I love about the canyons of Los Angeles. Even though we're kind of in the heart of the city, it feels like we could be in any scenic location in the world. It's so green.
You know whose house this is? This is J-Lo and Ben Affleck's house that recently supposedly is for sale off market. This is the house that they paid, I want to say, $50 or $60 million, and they're gonna have a very hard time selling it because they totally overpaid for this property, and they're gonna find out selling it why this property was on the market for such a long time.
Let's go back into the bedroom so we can go to the other side and start our tour of the primary bathroom, which is amazing. Just as impressive as the bedroom. Come on in. First thing you recognize, obviously, is the volume. Again, LED lit roof rafters. Wood.
Okay, do you guys think like a female population would be attracted to this bathroom? Again, one of the elements that I think I should talk about it right now is that as brilliant Max is, he's really building it for himself. I think he channels his inner bachelor and really creates something that he would like, and he obsesses over it. You can really tell that he really cares, and he's very much so involved in the project and in every single detail, and he has a vision and he executes it very well. But this is the main problem. What he's really doing is dangerous. His niche client is a very, very, very small group of people. He's catering these properties towards a very, very wealthy billionaire or someone who has, net worth of over a couple $100 million to buy this house that is bachelor in style and design, and it's a guy, it's mostly a masculine figure, who would really appreciate this. The problem comes that population is so small that when the property comes back on the market for sale, it's gonna find a very, very hard time or a long time for that property to be sold. Exhibit A, the house that I interviewed for, which was Logan Paul's house. Logan Paul purchased this property in 2017, I want to say, for somewhere around, 6.5, and in 2022, I want to say, he sold it for 7.5. Now you're thinking, Arvin, oh, he actually sold it for a profit. Not really, because after closing costs, commissions, and everything, maybe a little bit. But what's important is that from 2017 to 22, property prices in LA have doubled. So his property, his product, and that was one of his original projects, which was nowhere even near as good as this one, had a tiny amount of appreciation, and that's really bad. But the big elephant in the room is this property that Brooklyn Nets Ben Simmons bought from Nobel Construction Max for, I want to say, $17.75 million. At brand new, first owner, a bachelor, right? Perfect buyer for the property. And he ended up selling it a couple years later in auction for $12.1 million. That is a horrible, horrible resale value. And then when you add the fact that after 4, 5, 6 years you live in it, these finishes are going to start showing their age and they're not really in anymore, then what? Then you're looking at a very expensive, a property that you literally paid almost all of the money for the finishes and not the land itself. And now none of those finishes have that value anymore.
Before I talk more about this assembly, I actually want to pull everybody this side. Antonio Lupi freestanding tub, resin base, 𝗕cie fixtures. You have more of that copper tone. Then you go behind this glass partition wall, you arrive to your walk-in shower. Impressive. Built-in bench, marble floors, these two freestanding shower heads.
Okay, this looks pretty weird. I mean, to have showers by the windows that close, I don't know, water getting everywhere. This is a little bit odd, to say the least. I don't know if I'm super happy about this. Again, this is kind of the old structure, the Normandy design dictating these round elements, and it's trying to make it work. I don't think it worked over here. I don't like this space.
You flow right back out to the center of the bathroom. You have your first water closet here. Of course, Max would design a stone back wall for the toilet with LED lighting, just so even that looks elevated.
Yeah.
He could have just easily mounted on the wall here, but instead, you can flare it up like this. Remedies here, built-in cabinets.
Built-in cabinets, I would assume it's for linen, because you don't want to put your clothes in your bathroom, but it's probably for linen closet, I would say.
This is without a doubt one of my favorite homes we have ever toured in Beverly Hills. I'm really glad we got an opportunity to tour it and share it with all of you.
Before we look at the night scenes, do you guys know why I wear this t-shirt? I didn't want to wear this shirt for a very long time. I spoke to Bill from Brand Boss. This is not a paid promotion or endorsement. This is just a token of gratitude. I've become friends with Bill for about a year now, and he told me, Arvin, I love what you're doing, but no one knows what you actually do. You come across as someone who talks a lot of shit. People don't know that you sell mansions and this is what you do. You need to write it down. And I was like, I'm not gonna wear a shirt. Come on, you want me to wear a shirt? He's like, Arvin, do it. And I literally didn't listen to him for the longest time. But after wearing this shirt and letting know what I actually do, my messaging, my branding has been so clear. And a lot of people reach out to me for advice, and I've been helping a lot of you. Thank you for that. Doing that. And I want to say thank you. There's a lot of marketing guys who are just full of shit. I call them philosophers. They're just really good salespeople. But branding, I've never met anyone as good as Bill from Brand Boss. You can check out their website. He's brilliant. He's got a huge following on TikTok. He's been really advising me for the last year and helping it. This is just a token of gratitude. And look, if you're not planning to buy a mansion and you still need my help, you can become a channel member. You could request the house you're about to sell or buy, and I can review and critique it, give you a third-person unbiased opinion at a very, very low cost at how expensive real estate mistakes could be. You can also request ZipSmart, my website, where you want me to analyze a neighborhood for you. I'm planning to start doing members only live stream that would be only available to my subscribers. If you really want to get a unbiased opinion, I think it's a really, really good choice for you guys, and I would love to get to know you guys better. And I ask you guys to subscribe, not because it really helps the viewership for the views to go up, but I really would like to do interviews and help other influencers and celebrities live and help them, exactly what I'm planning to do in live stream members. But I want to take this channel to a place where I could do live interviews or filmed interviews with influencers that and kind of help them buy a house for free or give them advice and create content out of that. The higher the subscription count goes, it will allow me to attract bigger and more interesting influencers to come on the channel, and so I can be the consultant for them and then film it and create that content for you guys. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, I ask you to do it. Again, it doesn't affect really the channel performance, but it will really help me get more interesting people to come on the show and maybe have some sort of a podcast show where we could add value, and it would be enjoyable and maybe funny for you guys. Now, if you like this house, you would really like this other property that also went to an auction. It's a very popular video, and thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the comment section. Have a good one.